Hi, I'm Amy Tomberlin. I'm married to Will Tomberlin, and I've been in Savannah for a little over 5 years now. I am a recovering alcoholic and a drug addict. At the time, that was November 4th, 2009. At the time, I knew something saved me, but I didn't know what. I just kind of chalked it up to God, or good orderly direction is kind of my program tells me to do, and that's the only thing I looked at that point. I wasn't interested in anything else. I didn't know anything else. I had gone to church as a child, to a Catholic church. I was baptized as a baby, went to church on the recommended days, Christmas and Easter, and never really got connected with any of it. My grandmother was a religious goer. She was there every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and but that never really carried into my family. So I basically grew up without a God at all in my life. I went down the dark path of addiction for about 10 years, a little over 10 years, and went to some dark, scary places and was a walking shell of a human being for a lot of years. Then I got sober, November 2009, and that's when something touched. I'm probably gonna cry. I knew something fixed me because I couldn't do it. I wasn't sure what. I didn't have a clue. On November 4th, I walked into my apartment. I dropped to my knees. I prayed a little bit. I yelled. I screamed. I cried. I have been sober ever since that day. I started building better relationship with God. I started talking to him more. I stopped screaming at him, at least on the good days. I started to want more from our relationship. It became more of a want than a necessity. When I first got sober, it was a necessity because I knew that I tried to keep myself sober and I couldn't, and that he could. And he did, despite me. And I just started learning more and more about my relationship with him, and that I knew it was supposed to be bigger. I didn't know how, but I knew it was supposed to be bigger. My husband and I, Will, met February of 2010, and during our engagement we talked about finding church homes, and then we had heard about First Baptist of the Islands. And my mom is actually a Baptist. She goes to a First Baptist church in my hometown, and I was always very comfortable there with her. And so we decided to try this one out and see if it's a good fit for the two of us. And I feel like it was the first time I ever really heard about a relationship I should have with Christ was here. But I know I've heard it before. I think it was just the first time I was actually listening. I had always saw Jesus in the Catholic churches, and throughout my life, I just didn't know why he was important. I didn't have any clue what the connection was. Sounds kind of naive, but I didn't really understand that I was supposed to have a personal relationship with him, and that I could have a personal relationship with him. And then I realized one night while I was doing my evening prayers that it wasn't just God who saved me the day on November 4th, it was Jesus. I sat there during my evening prayers and I said, you know what, Christ, you did it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, God, for sending Christ to save me and to die for me. And it's been that way ever since. I got to go to the amazing women's conference with some really great women who have kind of scooped me up and put me under their wing. It's helped my relationship with my mother because she and I now are on the same page as far as just almost everything in life, which is amazing considering where I was a few years ago. Life has just gotten very amazing since I actually realized that Christ is the one who saved me, and now that they're both in my heart, and I'm willing to acknowledge that. That's the biggest thing, is that I'm finally willing to know that I didn't do it. I have no control. I don't have any. My hands are out of the pot. I am just doing the footwork and trying to be the best Christian that I can be. I'm still early in my walk. I have no idea all of the things that he can do. But I'm learning on a daily basis, every day. And I'm eternally grateful. And I'm getting baptized just to show my small appreciation, the only thing I know to do to show him that I'm listening, that I hear him. And this is just a small gesture that I can do for all of the amazing things that he's done for me.